that's realistic. That actually happens. Like, people paint stuff on the floor in schools.
Yeah. It's really weird paint now.
Okay.
She's also failing Spanish, but that doesn't have anything to do with her being a demon.
What? Yeah, I can't.
Fluttershy, you've got a little something,
That's called a nose.
That's so
What band, what music do they have?
In the first ever Canterlot High School musical.
I love her singing voice.
Oh, yeah.
She should have had a song in this.
I think it's going to be one of the most exciting events we've had at CHS since the fall formal.
Which wasn't that long ago, too.
Yeah.
The fall formal, like.
Well, no, the Dazzlings, no. Between the time the Dazzlings saw it and now.
We're pretty bad at the fall.
I mean, obviously some time passed, but not a lot of. Maybe a month at most. So I guess it's like maybe like a week or
Guitar.
I'd say the whole experience brought everyone at Canterlot High closer than ever before.
Let's sing a song about it.
And farther from Sunset.
Except for Sunset Shimmer. Like, basically this whole song, but with, in parentheses, except for Sunset Shimmer. Like,
Oh yeah, we're better than ever.
who's ever? Why are we better than him?
Actually, ever is like what they call Sunset Shimmer behind your back.
That doesn't make sense now. Like,
I just wonder why.
I mean, Sunset Shimmer doesn't know that, though. So like, oh, that was a nice song, guys.
Sorry, I always forget you and Flash used to be an item.
Yeah, that's not important. That's not an important detail at all. They really didn't
Flash
need to
isn't an
include
important detail at all. Like,
What?
well, for animating it is, but not the character.
But the important thing is that you turned this around.
Why did that happen in the first place? What did Sunset like? Until the end of the first movie, Sunset only did things that were like good for her in some way that would benefit her.
He was popular.
Okay, but
She did just say it was only to get popularity.
all right. Imagine Sunset like trying to, especially like when she didn't understand a lot about the human world.
Well, Twilight and Flash.
I mean, like if they actually went on dates, like Sunset pretending to be nice and also pretending to know about the human world.
Yeah. I like the Dazzlings.
Yes, we really sense there's something magical about this place.
That's the voice of a teenager. Yeah.
Musical showcase?
Oh, sorry, I meant an art showcase.
Music is art.
Well, I meant like
Yeah. They have really tall boots too. All four of them.
everybody has tall boots, basically.
It's the style.
But which one of them?
Imagine if Adagio had a sword in her hair. So like, it's like she just reached back in her hair and then pulled out her sword. That sounds like that's a really anime type thing. I feel like
But which one of the Dazzlings never has their name mentioned?
Arya Blaze. Arya Blaze it.
Oh, so much for making a good first impression.
Uh-huh. Oh,
I like that. Like sometimes you just say something and like, I mean, you aren't quite paying attention.
So we're just gonna do what we always do? Stir up some trouble and then feed off the negative energy? Some plan, Adagio.
It won't be the same as the times before.
Negative and positive energy. It's kind of weird.
Negative energy.
Well,
If you don't have negative energy, they definitely do that.
Entire world
It's like people can eat plants and animals.
Okay.
I mean, they're different substances, but they can fill the same need. Different flavors.
They changed the movie version. When they made the movie version is different from the short version.
Okay, that's good.
No, it's not really.
Is it?
No, in the movie version, like the instruments, like completely, like I don't know. It's much better balanced, like in the short.
Well, I guess it's not like necessarily a good thing, but it's also not terrible.
The instruments are too loud in this one. Like, I don't know.
I didn't see the short, or at least I didn't see it recently enough to remember. So I don't know. This might be my favorite song from the movie.
Yeah, well, it's my favorite. It's my favorite song from the like. I don't like the movie version, but I do like the song.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That guy's just like. Who does that?
Well, with the Dazzlings, it makes a little more sense than it did with the Human 6 because they have mind control powers.
Yeah, actually it does. I really want that trick cereal.
Dark magic? I find that very hard to believe.
I really like blinds.
They really like blinds. Flash Sentry is blind.
What's a dazzling? Like a stealth dazzling. I mean, like, he gets people to like him. He causes a lot of other people to argue about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can play guitar. Flash Sentry song, like, that's what we need.
Flash Sentry almost got really close to someone who has a lot of equestrian magic. Like, twice.
Portal's closed.
You know, what if they were paying attention to the calendar, like, forgot what day the portal opened, and Rainbow Dash accidentally kicked her soccer ball into it. Then she had to go in and was like, "What? Why am I a horse now?" You know, the rules are so inconsistent, I really wouldn't be surprised if, like, if one of the humans went into the pony world, they stayed a human.
Well, there are other reasons why I would think that. Or she just writes with her mouth. Yeah.
That's what Twilight will understand.
Yeah. Who is this Twilight Sparkle? I mean, she can read it.
Oh. Is that literally the, like, recycled same effect they used in the first movie?
That was the fortunately, like, the theater we were in, the only thing people, like, the only sound I heard from the audience was, oh, Derpy, just for a moment. Like, in other theaters, I heard some really, like, people could barely hear the movie.
Wow.
Like, so we were lucky. Had a good theater.
Even this one that's glowing and vibrating?
You have 523 unread messages.
What is it, Twilight? It looks
It's fanfiction.
Do the main, the remaining 6 know that Twilight's friends from Canterlot High are them?
And vice versa? Well,
But to maintain this power, they had to feed on the negativity and distrust of others.
so to maintain it, is how they... He ain't having that. Beard portal.
Inside his beard.
Yeah, his beard is his portal.
Did they ever explain the circumstances of exactly, like, how and when Sunset Shimmer was banished to the human world?
The comic.
The
The comic goes into detail about that. It's actually even a better comic. It really makes the first, like, it really supports the first movie. Like,
Right.
If the connection is totally cut off, how was Sunset Shimmer able to get a message to Twilight?
Pinky, you're a genius.
basically you have to I mean, so the text is what's being, like, according to that, thing where she started writing and then it zoomed in.
Yeah.
Like, basically you have to really, you have to fill a whole paper just with text.
Oh,
You have to fill the whole page with text.
And then you could step into the page.
Yeah. Well, you have to put a couple pages together to, like, just get a lot of pens and just, like, start just, like, filling in the whole thing. Also, that portal's in Twilight's castle now.
Yeah. They could have had it moved. I mean,
Yeah.
Twilight does have more use for it now than Cadence does.
Yeah.
It's the more fortified castle. It makes sense.
But where did it come from? Like, why was it in the Crystal Empire, though?
I don't know. Well, why was it in front of Canterlot High School?
Well, that's because that's where it connects to. But, like, the portal appears to be mobile.
Do you think that's a coincidence, or do you think that the statue was there first and then they built the high school?
It could make things pretty confusing if Canterlot High all of a sudden had two of all of you.
Okay, I guess they do know.
But I still get to go, right? There isn't another one of me at Canterlot High.
Well,
Not
not at Canterlot High.
Yes!
I get to be a dog again.
The X-Men more dog ears.
They don't have nails, though.
I'm back.
this like I like the parallel of that to like when Twilight did that to Flash Century, yeah, in the first movie. I don't think it's good.
She seemed more trusting of Flash, I think. I don't know.
No, the reason she was like that with Flash is because she didn't really understand the human body yet.
Yeah.
And the reason she did it with Sunset Shimmer is because she doesn't trust her, but it's good. Still a good parallel. I like it.
She's got an official title now. Da-da-da-da! The Princess of Friendship.
Is Cadence called like the Princess of Love or something?
I'm like, I mean that's what she's like known as, like.
Probably not. Like Celestia's not Princess of Sun, so.
Then Twilight's the only one with a title like that then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean Cadence does have the love van.
My crown was returned to Equestria, but some of its magic must have remained here at Canterlot High.
Yeah, some of its magic. It's not like you know, there's some other magic that you already know is in the human world.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I could find something to worry about. But it won't be the sirens.
I was thinking
I'll just hide it all. I'll just bury my problems deep within. And everything will be better.
It's really good that everyone learned how to play an instrument for this.
Yeah. Well, not everyone necessarily plays an instrument.
I like that one background human who has like who's with photo finish, and she has like a gradient in her hair and eyeballs.
That one, yeah.
I like her. I want to see more of her.
The guy with the diamond toes.
Hey, that's the first time we see Lyra.
No, we saw her like a couple seconds ago, like
Oh, did we?
in the
Okay.
establishing shot.
But she wasn't in the first one at all.
Oh no, not in the first movie.
Yeah.
Nor was Sondon. Sweet drops. I wonder what she is in this one.
Yeah. Well, it's not the
Is
same.
she like a undercover cop? I'd say she's an undercover cop. I mean, having heard about all the weird stuff at Canterlot High, like, she's an undercover cop to make sure, like, to try to, like, selling any drugs.
They look like they're on drugs.
Yeah. Like, school spirit is what they call it.
That one.
Yeah. I mean, on her own, she looks good, but I think, like, just kind of too much for her to be, like, a background character. I don't know.
Talk about throwing down the gauntlet.
Talk about eye candy. Like, in my head, like, it always just sounds like she's gonna say that.
That other one with photo finish is neat too, but
Yeah.
I always noticed the gradient hair one more.
Well, I guess they got gradient. The other one. Yeah, the guy with the sunglasses, mustache, black and white hair guy, like, I don't know. He's funny. I don't know. His black and white hair matches photo finish's, like, outfit.
The sirens' magic comes from their music, so maybe you have to use the same kind of magic to defeat them. Or maybe not. No, I think you're onto something.
Well, she just restated the same sentence, and everyone said, wow, that's a great idea.
Twilight's really showing how she's better than ever.
Yeah.
You see those houses across the street?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone who lives in them goes to this school? Because that'd be pretty convenient.
I can never remember what the other side of the street looks like. Like, it always feels like it's all set in Canterlot High School, or like in front of Canterlot High School. But like, we never really, I don't know. The rest of the
Well,
world
there's
is
no
just-
map. Like, we have no
The rest
idea
of the world is like
how far away or where other places are in relation to it, but we've seen some other places. They should make a map. Like, it wouldn't be too hard, just make up some stuff, like, map out a neighborhood. No.
Then on part of the map it says, like, you know, there's like just completely blacked out areas. We don't have it. I really like the lighting and stuff in this scene.
Oh yeah, this is really
Like
good.
this is like the best example of like the lighting and stuff like that. And also, there should be a lot more ants in there. Some should look at other clothes that have her like key mark on them.
There are a lot of really good expressions.
Yeah.
Boulder was hungry.
There really should be more amps.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That too. Like, I was wondering why Maud wasn't like. She's not really anywhere in this. You don't ever see her in the school. But then I realized that, yeah, she's the older sister. She's probably like in college, getting a doctorate in rock science. Wonder if it's still called that in the human world.
So I guess it's canon that Twilight isn't good at writing songs, even though she sings a lot. They actually have a barn.
Yeah.
Next to their house.
Yeah, in like a suburban area. Suburban barn. Suburban.
Suburbarn.
Suburbarn. That's a good premise for like a show. Suburbarn. It's like a rural family living in the suburbs.
Nope.
One line in the movie. That's all he needed. Fluttershy should have been on the drums and Pinkie Pie on the kazoo. Kazoo solo.
You're supposed to check in at the Battle of the Bands in 15 minutes.
So this is a lot like Rarity Taking Me In, like where suddenly they just realize, oh wait, there's only like 10 minutes left. We're like on the other side of town.
Buy ourselves some time.
Let's go to the time shop.
Yeah. If we can't make time, and if we can't buy time, we're going to have to steal time. I mean, that's another good premise. Instead of buying time, you have to steal time.
By far the greatest thing we have ever done here at this school.
Forget all the charity work, forget all the, forget everything else. Forget the time that, the vice president can buy in top. This is the best.
Forget the fact that we had one student rebuild the entire front of the school.
Snails and Solutioner.
Okay.
You're the worst thing to happen! That's a good line.
You know that line, you're the worst thing to happen? It was actually cut off. You're supposed to say ever at the end?
Yeah.
You're the worst thing to happen ever?
Yeah.
You're the worst thing to happen since ever.
You're the worst thing since sliced Hitler. I think I heard that. Best song.
Everybody knows my favorite color is orange. My rhymes are so fly, they're better than an orange, yo! Yeah! Yeah! Represent! What do we get now?
Off the stage as I can leave right now.
Oh, Shinoda's also enjoying it. I do like how the CMC have their, I know they're first to, photo finish is the first to, resort to sabotage. Yeah, progression.
Oh.
She gets the idea. She develops a prototype.
Your ideas are so funny that they're criminal?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go kill someone. That's funny.
Yeah. Man, you know what would be funny? We stole a bunch of money.
In this universe, is Rarity still a fan of photo finish?
I think that'd be weird, considering in the same school.
Well, photo finish is like the school photographer. I don't know. She admires her work, maybe. There's Trenderhoof.
Is there Trenderhoof?
He exists in the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe different school.
He could be.
Who are those other two characters? I've never seen them anywhere else. In the Crusher Ghost thing. I don't think they appear anywhere else. Except with Derpy.
I mean, Trenderhoof could be an actual adult in this.
You guys not know. He is in the third movie.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember.
You really think you're gonna help them? I bet you have no idea what you're even doing.
Hold on, I really care what that guy thinks about me. I bumped into him twice.
Mm-hmm. I'd be angry at someone if they bumped into me a lot.
Better head back. We're supposed to go on after Trixie.
I like how they know who Trixie is. I don't know.
You're never gonna get away with
That's the same hallway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same way.
It's her hidey hallway.
It's the haunted hallway.
I like they do the Sunset Shimmer, just likes to hang out in that hallway a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe it's where her locker is. Oh, no, it's not where her locker is. Because they went to her locker.
Yeah. When she was still evil and after she was a forum, she just really... Something about that hallway. It's just really, really nice to her.
I'm glad they had a full version of the song, like, released separately. Like,
Oh, they don't?
no, they do.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. I'm glad they do.
Who's controlling the stage lights?
That's going on your permanent record.
She was still trouble.
I also like her too. That was the first we heard of her.
Huh.
I don't like that.
It seems it was different in the actual slice of life.
What? The guitar is still, the bass is still there. Hey, were those the two girls who were with Turkey?
No. Those are the ones with Trixie.
Huh.
She has her own band. Trixie and the Illusions.
The little bit of Rainbow's hair that sticks up is like on the green part, so it looks like a leaf.
Compared to her earlier outfit, like this one is completely like over the top. But then the other one earlier was like very simple. I feel like the alternate outfits are one of those.
I'd get those more.
I mean, I like both of them, but
Yeah.
Why isn't she under their spell?
Never takes off her headphones.
You thought that short was a joke.
Welcome to the show.
Why didn't they go first? Like, they're welcoming everyone to the show that they've already been at for like a while. I mean, 2 minutes at least.
the stage looks like a horseshoe from the front and a saddle from above. But how though? Just how?
You know, some DJs have like their sound system like in the back of the car. Your sound system is in the car.
Like, how did she afford that? Or did she make it? Still, if she did make it, how did she still had to buy it, like buy the car. Also like this, I like the neck.
Oh yeah, it's like the chowder thing.
Yeah. Except some fiction she is. I don't know. Rainbow rocks, except some fiction. Those outfits that they have, they're extremely gaudy, but I think it I don't know, like, there's a certain point at which, like, it goes, like, beyond, like, there's a certain point that gaudiness, like, works. I don't know. Like, just straight, like, completely just crazy. To the point that it actually, I don't know. Or maybe it's just that you get used to it, I don't know. Please do not drop the microphone.
Sunset Shimmer, we need you.
Ever is better than us.
I have to remember that that's the same person, like, singing, like, with herself. Same voice actor.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Probably not easy.
Yes, that explains why these were so special.
Turns out it's just like, it's candy. It's cherry flavored.
So will the sirens just become like normal adults?
Yeah, like, I mean, I really, like, my headcanon is that they just work in fast food, basically, like, just the idea of them in, like, you know, working at a drive-thru, like, yeah. Oh, and also I can play guitar. Should mention that.
I also play guitar.
When did she learn that?
Well, sure, not much else to do.
Osmosis.
I don't know.
This isn't goodbye. It's just goodbye till next time.
Which is a category of goodbye. Like, there's also the end scene.
Yeah, I was gonna like skip to the end scene.
There's still content. It's not just credits.
It's all bad.
It's not just credits with, like, you know, derpies, like, just thrown in at the end.
Okay.
Like, this is actually the most, like, credits thing I think I don't know. So, violin beats rap. Guitar beats cello. No. And then guitar beats piano. And guitar beats bongos. So guitar basically beats a lot. They like to dye their hair.
They dyed their hair with magic.
Yeah, they dyed their hair. They dyed their multicolored hair like to have even more colors in it.
Imagine if someone, I mean, maybe a little bit like in the future after the show's over, someone like knew that My Little Pony was a popular show, but they really didn't know anything about the fandom. Just watch like all of the show. They would be kind of confused at some parts.
No doubt about it, Spike. There's definitely something strange going on at that school.
Yeah, and that's the moment. Yeah, it's the moment that like a thousand headcanons died and 1,000 headcanons were born.
Yeah. So.
Like I remember feeling, it wasn't anger, but it was like the intensity of anger, but not actually being angry.
Like an intense excitement.
Yeah, I mean Rainbow Rocks. I mean that one it's like it's good. I like it. The animation,
the animation was better.
Like
designs.
I mean, taking all the same setting and stuff of the first movie, and then it just did everything
better.
The best it could. It did the best. This is the best possible thing.
It did everything better.
Yeah, and like the animation, there were more dynamic poses, and there was
Sunset Shimmer has a personality.
Yeah, there was like the light effects, the depth of field stuff.
Did they ever establish how far after the last movie this was?
I don't know.
Less than a year.
Yeah.
You understand the Sunset Shimmer should be different, but
five
a lot different.
Five moons.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
5 blue moons.
But in the pony world, it was a little. It was quite a bit of time. I mean,
I don't know.
Yes.
It was all of season 4.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some stuff that even making a sequel can't really I don't know, just can't really bend around it can't
Yeah.
There's just some stuff that's just kind of stuck. But I don't know, as a story, it as if you look at it in a timeline, it doesn't make sense. But just from a storytelling thing, it I don't know.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, if you look at it from a timeline perspective, it doesn't make sense because there really isn't a timeline. They just don't tell us.
Yeah.
If they did tell us, it kind of wouldn't matter because the times don't really line up.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, but yeah, the movie. So with the characters, I like the Dazzlings. I like how these. I like how they got Kazumi Evans to do a new character. I like how they had the Dazzlings and how pretty much everybody in the movie was kind of or I mean all the characters in the movie were kind of working against each other or something. And I liked how Trixie was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trixie was good.
I mean, Trixie is best when she's causing trouble. I think. I mean, and I like that. I like her as an antagonist.
Yeah.
And yeah, the
Sirens, good concept.
Yeah.
The designs are all pretty cool.
As far as we know, they were the first magic in the human world.
Yeah. I mean, except for those new enemies that Star Swirl the Bearded and sent to the human world 1,000 years before that.
That too. Was it 1,000 years ago? And if so,
I don't know. What is year?
It just doesn't make. It doesn't make sense.
What is meaning?
It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't need to make sense.
Yeah. And I mean, it's how did Bruce Wayne get to Gotham from whatever that prison is? I mean, it's a thing that doesn't make sense, but
Okay.
I mean, from as a story, it I don't know, it works.
Because comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, movie, but yeah.
I'm trying to think of every location we've seen that isn't the school.
Yeah, we've seen the Sugar Cube corner equivalent.
Yeah. Pinkie Pie's house, Applejack's barn. Rarity's
Suburb barn
house.
Do the shorts count? Because you see a couple places in that.
Do we we see some city streets
Well, you see the animal shelter.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, yeah. The animal hospital.
Guitar store.
There's the
guitar store.
The Flim and Flam
market.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about those places.
Yeah.
I forgot about Flim and Flam. Yeah. They're in there, yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all of it. Yeah, but
And well, there's Crystal Prep too.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Somewhere.
that's future.
Yeah, but it's there.
Yeah, but yeah, I liked how like in this movie the songs were actually relevant to the thing. Like it wasn't they weren't just montages. Or I mean, some of them were a kind of montage, but they actually like did something. Like they
Was there a single song in this movie that wasn't actually being sung by the characters for a purpose?
No. Well, I mean, there was the intro, but that's just the intro. I mean, like that's understandable.
Because
yeah,
that's
all
good.
the songs in it were sung by characters. You know, in the story. I mean, which I like. I mean, I can't really remember many of the songs from the first movie.
Yeah.
But I can remember all of them from the second movie.
All in all, at least compared to this one, the first movie just isn't that memorable as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, the first movie, like, it does its job at setting things up for
It's like a pilot episode.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a pilot. That's exactly what it is. Like, I mean, they didn't know what they were doing yet, but it goes on to,
It goes on to better things.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Scott Pilgrim, because everybody compares that last scene to Scott Pilgrim, like the climax when they're fighting because they're like music holograms that are fighting. When I first watched this movie with you guys in theater, like I thought of Scott Pilgrim, but I didn't say like it's a rip-off of that, which is like I've seen a lot of people say that it was like a rip of that.
Like Battle of the Bands is like a really broad topic.
I mean specifically the fact that they're like music hologram beasts fighting each other. But I like Scott Pilgrim came to mind because I mean I had seen it like recently, but I didn't for a second think that it was a rip-off of it because I'm sure that concept has been used elsewhere before Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Plus, it makes a lot of sense for it to be used here. Like, that's what usually happens. Kind of thing.
Like, I liked Scott Pilgrim. I mean, and the Battle of the Bands thing in there was okay, but I don't think it was like Scott Pilgrim. Like, it wasn't the best of what Scott Pilgrim had to offer.
Yeah, definitely.
But within Rainbow Rocks, the Battle of the Bands was pretty good, I guess. I know. Yeah, the Battle of the Bands. There's Under Our Spell. Well, there was like the song. There was a song "Battle of the Bands," which wasn't the actual Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
There was "Welcome to the Show," which was what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I know, but I did like Battle of the Bands. I preferred the short version, or like the version that was in the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same length, but with the music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the instrument.
But how tall is it?
About a latte. Yeah. Grande medium.
With extra oats.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one thing I didn't quite understand is like how the sirens work. Like what's up with their gem? Like the gem they're wearing.
Sick. There's bits of her all over.
So these weren't actually part of her body?
It's like
it makes them sing, and it also lets them eat people's hostility.
It's like Twilight's crown in a way. Like it's where their magic is stored. It's Well, it's not. No, I think they still have the magic in them, like how Twilight, like she still had the magic of friendship in her, but because she doesn't have a horn or anything, or anything, she doesn't have a way of. She doesn't have an outlet for it except for like through the crown or something. But like,
yeah.
So it's like their outlet of like. I don't know. It doesn't contain their power, but like without it, they can't really use their power.
Because I was confused. Like they had that when they were like actually like sirens in Equestria as well on their chests.
So the siren singing is magic singing, but now that their gems have been broken, they can learn to sing normally again.
Oh, yeah.
So when they learn to sing normal, will they still be able to harness the negative energies?
No, because they don't have the gems. They'll just be singing.
Still, for the meantime, though, before they can achieve their professional singing careers, they're going to be working in fast food, pretty much. Like, I know, that's my headcanon. Like, I mean... Or maybe they'll get like jobs like as accountants or something. Or maybe they'll go to college. I mean, get a good job. Like, I know.
Yeah.
Hollywood story. Where are the Dazzlings now?
Yeah.
The thing is, they like Like anyone who comes to the human world from Equestria, they don't know a lot. Even though they've been here for a while, they've been functioning purely by the same way they did in Equestria.
Yeah. I don't think they know how to pay taxes.
Yeah.
I know.
Do they have a house? Do they
I don't
live
know.
somewhere?
Where do they live? Where does Sunset Shimmer live? Where does, like, I don't know.
It's just the one dorm, like, where one apartment where they all live.
I imagine maybe those Dazzlings, like, I don't know. Maybe they would live in, like, I don't know. I don't know where they would live. I mean, they'd have to live in, like, some abandoned place, I think. I don't know. Maybe there are public libraries. That's where anybody from Equestria goes to. Like,
do they need to sleep?
Oh, I don't know.
That's also a good question.
Well, go back to Sleep Sonata. Like, she did say that.
Maybe they didn't need to sleep in Equestria, but since they're humans in the human world, they do need to. That would have been weird.
I don't know. I feel like everything needs sleep sometime. Yeah. I mean, unless you're
Princess Luna.
Well, she's still sleep. Well, no, I don't know. I'm a bit confused about that, but yeah.
I think she's like mostly nocturnal unless she has like business to do.
Yeah. Like I think she sleeps during the day.
Yeah, probably.
Most of the time.
But she has also been seen during the day.
Well, yeah, I said most of the time. Yeah. I mean, for events.
Yeah, like there's official business to be doing, so she has to stay awake for that.
Yeah.
But other than that, she's probably napping.
Yeah. I mean, but Vice Principal Luna, though, I don't know about her. Like,
she just never sleeps.
Yeah.
Best principal? People say Luna's best princess, so
no. I like Principal Celestia. I mean, I mean, except for maybe the legs, that's a bit, those get a bit crazy, but I mean, like, the expression legs up to here, like, that, she embodies that expression, but I mean, but Vice Principal Luna, though, like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
She's not quite, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as people say, but still not the best.
It's much far as look at like all the things that Principal Celestia is doing.
Yeah. That she was clapping above her head. Like, I've never seen anybody do that.
Did you notice too that during like the animation of her clapping was kind of stilty? It was just like.
I don't know. But anyway, so what about Rainbow Rocks? So, yeah.
I think Rainbow rocks.
Yeah. I know. And I think the Rock rocks.
I think I'm dazzled by the Dazzlings.
Mm-hmm. I think I've been tricked by Trixie.
I think Boulder wanted some snacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Pinkie Pie's house is full of ants.
Yeah. Really.
I know. Yeah.
But then again, is Sugar Cube Corner not full of ants already, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Magic ants, they're different.
Oh, yeah.
That question magic.
Yeah, they got a deal going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, okay.
It's time to move on. Move on to Equestria Girls 3. The Dazzlings get a job.
Yeah, we're at the concessions booth for the Friendship Games, right?
The girl in the glasses. Yeah, like girl in the glasses. Yeah.